What is going on? This is Mr. Opinionated coming to you this evening to talk to you on the subject of mourning. mourning. Mourning, not mourning. There is a lot of mourning going on social media, and it is specifically revolving around the president's last day in office. As we know, the inauguration is coming up, and Donald Trump will be officially the president of the United States. A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are concerned. As a matter of fact, I just came from an event at my high school that I graduated from coming up on 23 years ago, and it was very inspiring to see students talk about peace, unity, and hope. However, it is very disturbing to me that so many people appear to be hopeless, because that's kind of what it's seeming like to me. I know that a lot of people are sad that President Obama is leaving office. He's been here for 8 years. Many great things have happened under his leadership. And I'm not the biggest Obama fan, but I'm also not the biggest Obama critic. I did not agree with everything that he did while he was in office, but I was not opposed against it. I think all of us have our own personal feelings about the president and about him leaving office. However, there is one thing that he ran on, and it was hope. So I don't understand why everybody is so hopeless. If this man who you voted for and you put in office and made these great strides and was pretty much virtually no scandals during his tenure, and he has laid the foundation for future generations to aspire to become presidents and to become things in high office, I don't understand how we are so broken. I don't understand how we are so hopeless. God is still sitting on the throne, regardless who is in office. God willing, if I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to do the same thing that I do every morning. When my eyes pop open and I stop hitting the snooze button the 10 millionth time, I will say, thank God you have given me another day. So I entitled this video, I Cannot Mourn. I cannot mourn because even though I did not agree 100% what the president did, I did see some positivity in him actually getting in office. He ran on a platform of hope. And the things that were done under his tenure were impossible or seemed impossible for a lot of people. I know there are a lot of people of the mindset that he was placed in power for specific reasons, and I agree to that with that to some extent. But there were children that have seen a black president. That was their first introduction to politics, and they will grow up knowing that anything is possible. So to those that are mourning that our current president is leaving the office, I tell you and encourage you to mourn, wipe your tears, and excuse my French, get up off of your ass, because it's time to get work. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you to exhibit all the things that you have learned over the past 8 years. It is a wonderful opportunity for you to say, I've been inspired. I have garnered some hope. I have learned that anything is possible. And now that I have to go through this 4 years with some uncertainty, with some fear, I know what to do now. So no, I cannot mourn. Not at this time. It is not time to mourn. It is not time to cry. It is time to get up and make things happen. One of the comments that one of the speakers made at tonight's event that I went to was that it is not time for fear. that so many people are consumed with the office of the presidency that they have totally ignored the mayor. They have totally ignored the alderman. They have totally ignored the governor. Yes, Robin says it's time to get busy. You have totally ignored all of the local positions that will directly affect your life because you are so focused on the office of the presidency. And a lot of people don't even realize that all of the branches of government have to work together. And we were so preoccupied with this circus from Donald Trump that you let a majority of Republicans get back into the House and the Senate. So now you not only have, we only have a Republican president. Now we have the majority of the Senate and the House, and it's not time to mourn. Now I'm an advocate for peace. It's a time to fight. It's a time to get up and fight in your neighborhood for the people that are taking it over. Fight at your local schools that have been chokehold by lazy, deceitful, sluggish tyrants of politicians and people who sit in places of power that are confusing your children, that are using your children. It's not time to mourn. It's time to fight. It's time to get up. It's time to get busy. It's time to open your mouth and start speaking. There are so many pieces to this puzzle, and if people are not understanding what piece of the puzzle they have, then the puzzle will never be completed. So on this night, Obama's last day in office, I am not mourning. I am thinking about strategizing. I am thinking about doing something different. I'm thinking about working with the youth. All of us are getting older. None of us are getting younger. I'm thinking about this 40 years that I've been on the world, the little bit of time, the little things that I've learned. Who can I pass those things on? Who can I mentor? Who can I train? Who can I help? So if you are one of these people, and there are a lot of them, it's like all up and down the Facebook feed. It's like pictures and people changing their profiles and people saying how sad they are and people saying how afraid they are. And I'm saying, mourn for a little while, but do not forget the lessons that you have learned. Many people have talked about the class of Michelle Obama and how she has inspired and how she's been wonderful. Instead of mourning, let's take some of those things that she showed you and let's incorporate that into our lives. Let's train some young women up. I mean, you talk about how great Obama, how great of a speaker he was, how great of a visionary he was. Let's take some of those things that we learned from him through his 8 years and let's try to train some of our young men and women up. So I'm ending the video saying I'm not mourning tonight. I'm inspired. I'm inspired because I know that anything is possible. This is the United States of America, and as corrupt as it is, as terrible as these politicians are, as greedy and gluttonous as they are in the halls of power in Washington, D.C., and under the table and behind closed doors, it is not time to mourn. It is time to get busy. It is time to be loud. It is time to make things happen. It is time to plan. It is time to strategize. So mourn for a while, dap your eyes with the tissue, and get to work. And get to work with young people. Invest in the future. The best investment that any of us can make at this time is to train up youth and young people to go out to the highways and byways and make change and inspire. So I end on that note. No mourning here. It's time to get to work and it's time to get busy. Peace out. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later.